All right, everybody, here we are back in Cudahy. We are going to serve the papers to cut the utility tax here to get the initiative on the ballot. No more sanctuary cities. Just to give you an idea of how, set back this city is. This is Cudahy River Park right here, okay? It's a strip of land. This is a park. And notice how it's locked. This is the public park that the city of Cudahy promotes as a green initiative. It's just ridiculous. It's a total joke.
Let's take a look. We'll take a look right here. It's not very big. Don't blink. So it's about 10 feet wide and 50 yards long.
This is their park. This is their park.
This is one of them. This is the river park.
And it's locked. Again, I got to remind everybody, it has a lock on it. Okay. So wait a minute. They believe in borders for the park.
Right.
But they don't believe in borders for our country.
They believe in keeping taxpayers out of their own park, but I don't get it. How much? What are people paying for in this town? What services are they getting?
I know, for all the taxes and fees that are going up. So here we are. We're putting the pedal to the metal against the sanctuary city. Enough's enough. This is really important because a lot of the people in these it's the leadership. They're so used to people. They say they're going to do stuff and they don't do it. And now here we are. We're actually taking care of business. Look at that. They have bars on their windows, guys. They have bars on their windows and they have bars to protect the fence. But, they don't believe in us having a boundary for our own homes.
Nearly every house in this neighborhood, the city has front fencing or walls.
Hey, everybody. All right, we're going to Cudahy. We are serving the paperwork to end sanctuary cities.
We're just waiting for Channel 11 News right now.
That's right. News is going to be here, guys. That's right. Here we go.
Look at all these fences. Look at all these borders.
Look at all these fences, man. Look at all of them. They have fences. Yes. They have fences and they have bars on the windows. But for some reason, we in the United States, we can't have a wall. We're not allowed to protect our own borders. That just doesn't make any sense. What is this? Yep, here we go. Then you even come to the city hall here. This is City Hall where We the People Rising, we just excoriated the corrupt city council. We want to park there.
Tell them about how you ran the city council out of their own sanctuary.
Yeah, just to remind everybody.
Council chamber.
I know, January 11th, 2016, We the People Rising finally showed up in Cudahy. They're a sanctuary city. We wanted to put them on full blast. We want to hold them accountable for what the crap that they were pulling. And there were residents of the city who were talking about other things that had infuriated them. Little girls were expected to perform a Christmas pageant for their parents who had visited from far, far away. And then the corrupt and disrespectful Chris Garcia, just because of a personal tiff with the dance instructor, canceled the pageant at the last minute. These little girls were in so much pain, they cried. That's why I have a poster that has a picture of the city council dancing. And I says, well, you should dance. You guys should perform for the city, because as an apology for what you guys did to the kids. So there was that. The fees are really high. Bruce Sanchez, this city council.
I was focusing on driving. Did you actually tell them about how you guys ran them out of their own
yeah.
city?
So what happened is that we just kept pounding them and pounding them. People were shouting at their corruption, drowning their, the lies that they were throwing at the city council. And Chris Garcia finally got so frustrated because we shouted him down, he ran out of the meeting. Everybody said, get him out of here, hit the road. Everybody was cheering when he left.
Up in his face.
And that's when he told me my zipper was open as he was walking out of the audience. And I had to ask him, why was he looking there?
And then, because the city council, they have to go through
there has to be a quorum.
Well, they have to go through the unwashed masses, right? The patriots. They don't want to deal with the actual people.
Exactly. Let me finish what happened January 11th. So there was that. And then the mayor saw all hell breaking loose. Recess was declared. And then the crappy wife of Christian Markovich started yelling at Jack. Everybody was yelling.
Said Jack was going to lose.
And then Markovich ran away. The mayor at the time ran away from his own meeting, and and the wife was dragging him around practically, and I followed him out, and I said, what, are you going to leave without gaveling out the meeting? And then you can hear Dr. Robert Newman behind me chanting, come back to the meeting! Come back to the meeting! I have never been to a city council meeting where the audience has to beg the city council members to come back because they all run away. So you can see that video on American Children First. You can see it on my YouTube channel, Arthur Christopher Schaper. We are here right now in Cudahy.
We're making activism fun again.
We're making, make California red again. again, make activism fun again. Notice, look at all these fences here in Cudahy. All these fences, all these borders, you know, and but for some reason, the city doesn't think that it has to respect the border of our country. So here we go. We're getting ready to go. You got everything all set, man?
We're ready to go.
Okay, let's hit
channel 11.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yep.
So we're just here.
Cock locked and ready to rock.
Oh, that's right. Perfect. So yeah, so that's what happened there.
You know, I should show you. I should show the people since we're waiting. I'll show them like basically how simple it is.
Okay. So, and I'll just wrap it up. So, you know, the Cudahy City Council was totally scared out of their minds because we were showing up. They tried to call special meetings one after another, and then they would cancel them because they were violating the Brown Act. I filed a complaint with the district attorney's office, and that went viral all over the region because never had somebody smacked down the city council, which had been routinely suppressing freedom of speech. So that was a win right there. And then they got so scared of us that they were chased out of their own sanctuary, and now they're open up at Clara Street at the Turner Hall.
They've been booted from their own city hall chambers, city council chambers for a year and a half.
They self-deported.
They self-deported. They self-deported their asses out of city hall.
So this is what has to happen. Elected officials are supposed to work for you, and when they think they can defy the federal government, well, you just got to show up and make their lives miserable and let them know. And now we're going to talk about the next step here.
Yeah.
So
So real quick, so here's the deal. So when you file an initiative, there's basically 3 components to any initiative. It's not very difficult. It's not very tough to understand. So I'll be very brief here. The first is you guys submit a letter, a request for ballot title and summary.
Let me see here.
All right.
Okay.
And this will be posted on the website and everything else. But just to give you an idea, you're going to submit a brief letter and you're going to request a ballot title and summary. And basically what that means is you submit your initiative and you're telling the city to basically send the initiative to the city attorney so the city attorney can prepare the ballot title and the summary so that the people signing it have an supposedly impartial assessment of what the initiative says.
Supposedly. Keeping in mind, everybody, that the city attorney
who's probably going to play games with the title and with the summary and how that works, but you know, that's just part of the game, right? So you need a letter requesting a ballot title and summary. All right? The second part is you need, and this is required by state law, you need something called a notice of intention to circulate the petition. And basically, you just got to that didn't sound good, but anyway, you say what you want, why you want to do the notice, why you want to submit a petition. And so basically, this is going to be put in the public record when you file a legal notice stating why you believe that the petition should be circulated. It's very, very short. It's basically just a
Can you read one key portion of it?
For example, the working class people of Cudahy are taxed too much and deserve to keep more of their earnings for themselves. Further, a history of corruption, greed, and incompetence has resulted in the wasting of taxpayer funds. Moreover, the city wantonly harasses and abuses its residents to generate revenue with onerous parking restrictions so that exorbitant fines and fees can be used to fund government largesse. So then you do that. And then the actual text of the initiative can vary depending on the complexity of it. This is a very simple one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's just 1 page long. And you'll see it's basically called the Stop the Utility Users Tax. And I must give a shout out to tpac.net. They've been helping me, and I'll have more links to their information too, but they help me with the language and whatnot to make things pretty simple. And basically the meat of it is here, repeal the utility tax. So it says the existing utility user tax as set forth in Title 3A, Chapter 36 of the Cudahy Municipal Code is repealed in its entirety.
So is there like a template that people can find? And use?
Yeah, or they can just be in touch with me. Like I said, if you want to do something in your own community, it only takes $200 to file an initiative. Yeah,
you know? Perfect, good.
So,
and we're going to give all that to the city clerk.
Right, they'll stamp it, and I got to give them the $200. And I always give them $200 cash just for the reason of this.
Make sure they give you a receipt.
Make sure you give a receipt, but then it's instantaneously accepted. And it just helps to facilitate the process a little more quickly. And there's other reasons I'll get into it at another point in time.
Perfect. So. Everybody share. This is how you do it. This is how you stick it to your corrupt cities.
Oh, one more thing.
Go for it, man.
You know, so here's the thing. I've been involved in street level activism for a long time, over a decade. I've done dozens of rallies and protests. All you gotta do is Google Save Our State, which is my old organization, and Baldwin Park to get an idea. So, I mean, I've been a true blue crusader on the front lines. And there's a time and place for rallying and protesting. There's a time and place for going to city council meetings and whatnot. But there's also got to be a time and place where you really start marshaling your forces and your resources and your energy into something that can really effectuate some real change. Now, think about this for a second. For a couple $100, in a little bit of time to get 62 signatures, which it's hard to not even laugh saying that because it's such a small amount for Cudahy. We can put this on the ballot. Now think about that for a second. While the city's trying to budget they have to figure out and be concerned about whether or not they're going to lose 13% of their city's revenue in the future. Did we get booted?
We're good. Keep going.
Okay.
Man.
So not only that, the city leaders who want to keep the utility tax, they're going to have to exert a lot of energy going to people that support them, going to people who want to keep the tax in place, trying to raise money. And we're putting them on the defensive. We're making them react to what we're doing, right? So now the city officials have to spend thousands of dollars.
I just want to interrupt. Someone's asking. So everybody who's watching this now, share the heck out of this video. This is Joseph Turner, the president of American Children First. I'm Arthur Schaper with We the People Rising, LA for Trump. We are here in the city of Cudahy. We're going to file an initiative that will allow the voters in the city to get rid of the utility tax. We are doing this because Cudahy is a outlaw sanctuary city.
It's occupied territory.
Yeah.
We're liberating it.
That's it. Free Cudahy.
And we're returning it to its rightful place of American ownership.
Make Cudahy great again. And we've got residents in the city who are on board with stopping the corruption and waste and the lawlessness, which this corrupt city council headed by Mayor Chris Garcia has been spearheading.
That's right.
Absolutely. So, and not only that, but we got news that's going to be showing up very soon.
Waiting for Channel 11.
Channel 11, guys. This is how you do it. Make sure you get in touch with media when you do something like this. Send shockwaves throughout the region. Absolutely. I remember when I chased down Markovich when he was running away from me, I said, this is the shout heard around the World Wide Web.
Hey, if you're listening, this is my philosophy, right? And I'm no bullshit. You can either read the news or you can make the news. Right? We make the news.
That's right.
Do you want to make the news or do you want to read the news? And I'm not trying to say that to be arrogant. I'm trying to say that to empower you, to encourage you to get off your butt and do something. I mean, seriously, for a couple $100, you can make national news or local news or whatever, depending on your idea. It doesn't take a lot. And I would love to work with anybody who wants to do this. I'm a no bullshit, no ego kind of guy. I just want to win, put the cause first. If you want help, I'll help you.
Amen. Absolutely. How can people get in touch with you, Joseph?
AmericanChildrenFirst.org or Facebook.com/AmericanChildrenFirst.
There you go, everybody. And just really quick, letting you know we've got LA County for Trump's involved. We the People Rising are pushing this. Patriots all over the region are going to be here in Cudahy, June the 12th. We are putting all the pressure in every place. We're making them feel the pain, feeling the heat until they see the light. This is our first test. We succeed here in Cudahy. We're going to take this. Movement to other cities. Huntington Park.
We're coming, Huntington Park.
That's it. Get those illegals off the city council commission now. Get them off the city commission. We won't play.
Huntington Park, they charge a 9.75% utility tax for all these different utilities. It's ridiculous. It's robbery. They have illegal aliens on commissions they've been appointing. We're coming for you. I haven't looked at the numbers, but I know roundabout it's only going to take around 120 signatures or something.
100?
Something like that. We're coming.
This is how easy it is. If you live in a small city that does this kind of stuff, you need to really, this is how you do it. We'll take your money away if you're going to keep pushing lawlessness. There you go. Orange Cove, California, I hear is a cesspool of Mexican cartel corruption. Anybody there like-minded enough? I know you can get 60 signatures easy and take down that corrupt mayor.
One more thing, bud.
Go for it, man.
I don't live in Cudahy. Arthur doesn't live in Cudahy. You do not need to live in a city to file an initiative in that city. Okay? So, for example, I'm a proponent, right? I'm the person who's proposing the initiative.
Right.
I want to show you something, for example.
So whatever you show me, and if you want, if there's
fine.
If there's sensitive information, just cover it.
It's public. It's a public document.
Okay, very good. Sorry, everybody. I'm just gonna switch around.
I am a proponent.
Okay.
Right. Here's my address. We're good. Yep. This is the address that. See that?
Got
Torrance,
it.
California, not Cudahy. You do not need to live in the city that you're filing the initiative in. You do not need to live in the city to gather signatures in that city.
Right.
The only people who need to live in the city are the ones who actually sign the initiative.
Exactly. Okay? There you go. Perfect.
So think about that. How hard is it for 10 people to go out to a city like Huntington Park and gather signatures a couple Saturdays and qualify a measure? We can do it.
Absolutely.
So.
Perfect. Are they here yet?
I don't know, but we'll be back in touch when they are. Okay, sounds good. We're just rolling this along here. Everybody, we need people coming. We need to shake up the city council. June the 12th. It's a Monday. Be at the Cudahy City Council meeting. It's not here in the chambers. Remember, we chased them away. It's at Clara Street Park, 4835 Clara Street.
we're putting the word out. Brown supremacists, La Raza, the Mexica movement, everybody who is just basically a traitor and a hater of this country is going to be showing up there trying to spook law-abiding citizens of all races and backgrounds.
This is American land. This is American soil. We're not running from anyone.
Nobody stole. If you want to talk about stolen land, let's talk about the Indians stealing from other Indians. Yeah, now, that's stolen, okay? So don't let them get away with that crappy lie. Say no to white guilt. Say yes to American pride.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is it.
Nationalism, do you speak it? I do.
It's called Americanism, not globalism. That's our creed.
Amen.
So we're just checking it out. This is how you do it. You make sure you got the news. Get the word out. You're going to be putting this on your website afterwards.
I will, after I get the documents stamped and get back home and scan them in so you can see the official documents.
Perfect. Yep. And this is easy to follow. In my city of Torrance, we're starting to put the thumb on them. They should have passed a resolution by now.
Yeah, for example, city of Torrance has 150,000 people in it, has about 85,000 registered voters. We only need to get 1,680 signatures to put a repeal on the ballot.
And how much money, and how much do they depend on? What's the percentage of the revenue?
According to CaliforniaFinance.com, or I'd have to look at I forget the exact link name, they said or estimated that around 21% of the general fund revenues were from the utility user
20%.
tax. Yeah.
And by the way, Torrance has a serious pension problem.
Huge.
They're barely taking care of the roads now after how many years and after the dip in revenues. And, crime is going up all over the state of California. So I just read about a robbery in Torrance and a lady was beat down, old lady. So, I mean, we can't afford to pander and placate this left-wing agenda, which is endangering American lives and wasting American money.
Remember, you can either read the news or you can make the news.
And we're making the news today.
That's right.
And that's it. So let me see. I'm going to do another sweep. Are you waiting for a phone call specifically?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They were supposed to be here by now, but they'll be here. Christina called me a few minutes ago. So.
Perfect.
All right.
Good. All right. Okay, we'll be back live in a few minutes.